Welcome to my complete playthrough of the Ravenloft series. I'm using the Dual City version, and this is of course Stone Prophet, which is the second game of the Ravenloft series. This is not a let's play or speedrun. It's a prepared playthrough that aims to show you the entire game in the shortest time possible, without any skipping content or backtracking or unnecessary hoarding. I have done my best to optimize my combat strategy to make myself as efficient as I can, and I'm trying to refrain from doing a lot of resting and saving within dungeons. The second game have a morality system. It will track your good deeds by giving you judgment points that is important in one stage of the game, and I will do everything that will max out my judgment score. I will collect every spell from my spellbook, but this will break the spellbook with me that I can't actually memorize the last spell in the list anymore, but I don't need that spell anyway. All text is shown briefly on screen, about 3 to 5 seconds, just enough time to pause and read. But there is a bug that causes dialogue to break, and before to replay I got a lot to get it right. Unfortunately, I lost my voice recording for Shrine of Neferti and the Royal Burial Hall, and I was forced to re-record the voice for those two. Before we get into the game, let me just give you a short review of what I think. And I think that Stone Prophet is one of the best games of the mid-90s of this type. Granted, there is not much competition because role-playing games are considered a dying genre until Baldur's Gate pop up 3 years later. This is about when Strategic Simulation Inc. lost their Dungeons & Dragons license to Interplay. So unfortunately, there is no more Dungeons & Dragons game from SSI or DreamForge Entertainment. But if you look at the polish, if you look at the amount of storytelling interactive with non-player characters, the size of the open game world, and the overall presentation, which is unique in its Egyptian setting, this feels like a modern game. The maps are a lot more varied than the first two games and even Eye Beholder 3. Story is inspired by a module from 1991 called Touch of Death. That module introduced many of the characters and the locations that are present in this game. If I try to be critical to it, I would say that the dialogue can be exaggerated and forced and feel unrealistic. There is an animation playing whenever you left click on a monster that slows down the game significantly. To avoid that, you can left click on the weapons themselves for a faster attack, but if you do that, it gets difficult to use more than one fighter at a time. Also, there is a weapon that I will gain about halfway through that will break the rest of the game. You will see what I mean when we get there. Before the game begins, I will show you the character creation process, but I am not actually going to use those characters. I am going to use my imported character from Strad Possession. And then we go right into the introduction of the game, and then we begin. Okay, let's go. I'm going to import my characters from the first game, but I want to show this segment for you.
Work with me, my God. Show me the way. You have spoken of strangers in Harakiri. Reveal them to me. You speak of a woman. Of what race is the outsider? An elf comes to Harakir. Now, of what class is our visitor? A fighter? How dangerous! Now, my guards, of what alignment is the stranger? Chaotic good, you say? A bit unpredictable. And now, my cards, what can you show me of the stranger's appearance? A woman, resolute and unafraid.
I'm just showing you this, so we agree with them.
There is another. Work with me, my cards, as with the first. Show me the way. You speak of a woman. Of what race is the outsider? A half-elf comes to Harakiri. Now, of what class is our visitor? A cleric, devout and wise. So, this visitor has a variety of skills, and this is the next. Now, my guards, of what alignment is the stranger? Neutral good, you say. Interesting. And now, my cards, what can you show me of the stranger's appearance? A woman, resolute and unafraid. Now, for the last, reveal to me the fate of these strangers in Harakiri.
Before that morning, no one in El Terrell knew of the land called Haakir. By signal, by whisper, and by hurried order, the word travels. It reaches the bravest in the land, those bold adventurers who, once more, are called to serve good Lord Delt.
No questions, my friend. I've heard nothing but questions since dawn, the half of them mine and all unanswered. Before sunrise, fires were lit. Warning fires in the fields of the dead. The farmer and his son wandered in. The gods could better tell us what they've seen, for neither has the courage to speak anymore. Then, well, there it is. That wall of light settled across the horizon. Have you ever seen the like of it? Ah, another question. In an hour, good Lord Delt will face 1,000 such questions. The city may panic, but not us, eh? It's not for hell riders to wilt the first sign of magic. Hold there! Don't be so eager to bolt off without orders. I knew you'd be the first here, as ready for death as for a summer dance. But I don't need dead heroes. I need answers. Lord Delphi. Well, there are your orders. Get out there, find out what it is, get back alive. And may the gods go with you.
A figure lies in the distance. The party dismounts and approaches the struggling foe.
You are not villagers. The scent of grass, trees. You come from outside this place. Go back. There is no place for you in Harakir. The dagger at my side. Too weak to reach it. A poor legacy. Piotr, my brother. I cannot pass it on to you. Remember. The dagger. A poor legacy for Piotr. To the north, east, the village, Mohar, Teve. My fault, Piotr. I brought us here. Forgive me, my brother. A poor legacy for Piotr.
In the space of a breath, El Terrell fades behind them. The desert surrounds the adventurers, and from it there is no escape.
Okay, welcome to the second game. Find the remains of the woman here. And we take the knife with us before we head northeast a bit until we reach to a tent. Let's leave the plate mail here for later. Okay, let me show you something. When I attack with the mouse cursor, it's kind of slow because there's an animation I need to play for every attack. So from now on, I will just use my left mouse on my fighter weapon instead. Unfortunately, that means that I can only use one fighter in this game, but it's faster that way. here we jump into the well. There's a woman here I want to talk to.
My ankle, it may be broken. I can't tell. Lend a hand now. You've 2 strong legs to take you anywhere you like. My bones I sacrificed to scramble here. A storm came. I knew it to be the wrath of Anktopot. A wall of wind and sand. I took hold of a rope and lowered myself into this well. But the rope betrayed me. I fell. And there is something, a creature at the end of this hall. It knows I'm here and hungers for me. No, my injury speeds me along. Why, in a day on hands and knees, I have searched the very corners of this place. Temper your words with sense, if you please. No, I have not gone far. But I did find a scroll. Here, take it. I found it in the grasp of a skeleton at the end of this hall. There. I've given you all I have. Will you aid me now? Take me back to the village. For I have no desire to litter this place with my bones. No, by the merciful gods, I need your help. I have no strength to return on my own, no fighting skills with which to defend myself. Take me back, please, you must. I am Senef, a loyal citizen of Muhar, devoted to Osiris. You cannot desert me. I think you cruel to trust fate so. Perhaps you believe yourself invincible, but I have no such illusions. I shall wait for your return. Have I some other choice? May the gods keep you safe, if not for your sake, for mine. With all my strength, I might travel as far as the village. I cannot go with you into danger. Of what use would I be? When the fangs of some beast are at your own throat, would you stop to defend me? I think not. Take me home, or leave me to die, and may the gods judge you for your choice.
We get a scroll. The scroll tells us how to avoid a fireball trap later on. Okay, have some patience with me now because I need to unload my characters here. I am not going to need this maze anymore. Let's also prepare some spells. We start with some spiritual hammers. Oh wait, I need light and create water too. Okay, let's buff up a bit. Light is just going to be needed here in the first dungeon. Ointments are going to be really useful in this game. I won't need any water, but I will take the fire resist potion before we head in here and face the fire toad that the woman was afraid of. There's a stack here, which is exactly what I need right now. You might hear some snakes in here, and I will use burning hands just for them. Here I find a key and a key ring and some potions. Let's avoid the pit trap for a moment. Let's read this one.
How can I explain my affection for Neferti? Beggars, pharaohs, criminals, and kings, we all felt it, a fondness near to love. No matter the trouble, she soothed our hearts. No matter the station of our lives, Neferti gentled it. She taught the vilest spirits among us a noble cause, and encouraged in our lords a caring disposition. She was beautiful, yet whatever desire I felt for Neferti, adoration outweighed it 1,000 times. Her smile brought to me the joy of innocence and the laughter of children. With each word she spoke, I heard the gods turn away to hear. So beautiful was the sound. Yes, I would have done anything possible to win her heart.
Unfortunately, not all parchments are narrated like that. Here's the first teleport stone in game. It will allow us to teleport back here at any time. And let's jump down in the pit. We are going to go in here, before we do so, here's the first sword, enchant weapon. It will improve our weapons with +1. I don't find that very useful though. Now let's deal with the pit. Closed down here. The scale helm here is the medic, so it will reduce our armor class with 1. Feather fall we can scrape. Here is the first eye of Neferti. And I'm going to use one of the sacks. No, I will find another. We will use that for quest items. We are looking for eyes for the sage that we met in the interaction. Potion. Here's a feather fall, another feather fall scroll here. That I'm not going to collect. What we could do is to actually use it. Here is more important items. Now we both had good luck. That we don't need, but we have a new key here. This leather helm is also medic, so I have to keep that with me. Cloud. We are very likely to be poisoned before this is over. It's just torture we don't need. Ivory Scroll Crates, though, that's nice. I have somewhere to store our medic items, medic scrolls. Down here is the first seal. Seal quarters. We are going to collect 8 of those through the game. And they are all needed to finish the game. Everything down here we need now. This is a wasted scroll, don't need that one. Going to restart the music. Here's a slider. If we walk up here or here, we are going to be pushed back on this plate. Ointments in case we need it. Push that. This is illusionary wall. Can't get in there from here. Will touch. We have that. The magic missiles. I don't need that. Going to begin discarding the regular potions. Protection from evil. That's interesting that it comes now because I thought we would have it from the first game. Note that we can just drop them on their fate now, and that works. Let's head out because we're down here. That room is where we came from earlier on. This is the room I told you we could see from the other side. The shield scroll, don't need that though. That's all we can do up here. So the fireball trap. Some oil for burning. Use that key. Ice storm. Okay. Use that. Here's the next scroll. I will just keep them on screen for 3 to 5 seconds or so you can pause and read. Let's see. This is the map that warned us. You can see that someone here have been torched by a fireball, and if you use that one, you will get a fireball. So use that one. I mean, like that. This is the second eye. Yes, so this place, there's a slider here that will try to get you to drop below.
Whoa! Whoa!
What you need to do is to pull back just enough to get this one. This is a permanent light, so the light condition is of no danger to us. We also get a sack. And this sack we will use to store our quest items. Now we can jump down here. And what I'm going to do is to use start with the burning hands. And we use one. And there's a bonus. For that, we get the helmet telepathy. That's also a quest item. This will allow us to interact with the woman we met in the beginning. If we walk back here now, we can actually find an ointment there that I'm going to use to heal her up. And another one if you like. Okay, we are back up. Time to pick up our companion and head out. We can have a rest here.
My ankle. No.
Yes, going to
No,
skip
by
this.
My thanks to you. Now, hurry. I am impatient to rest within my own tent. And oh, I suppose you expect me to ask the gods to smile upon you for your charity. Very well. I shall remember to do so. Never fear.
Yeah. So we have a lot more space now. So let's use her to help us a bit. We need the stand dagger. Let's present them. Bring the potions here. Or you can have this. Let's leave that behind. No need for that. What I'm going to do is to head up here. And when we were here before, at the left, some items here. I'm going to read that. For that we get with me. This no, there it is. This is the Village Amur teleport key. It will teleport us directly to the city where we will return her.
Never in my heart did I believe you would be true to your word. Even as we approached the village, I could not allow myself to trust. Yet, you have returned me safely home. My thanks are all I can give. Fate brought you to me when I needed you most. Perhaps it will be kind to you as well. All that I have carried with me is yours. I leave it here for you. Again, please accept my thanks.
That will score us our first judgment point. We are going to collect judgment points to be valued positive later. What I'm going to do is to use this plate at the center of my loot. Some of these items will be very useful later on. stack, we will use that to store our teleport stones. I'm not going to use the keys there, they can be put aside. One of enemy detection, that one will be useful actually. This one will be useful, and we will pure C's we put aside. And we will drop the weapon later. We have what we need here. Let's see, that one is going to be taken, that one is going to be taken. And those, we bring the weapons. We are going to continue this in the next video. We can also bring those, and we can bring the rings. We are going to be using all of that. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.